All right, welcome back to another Reincarnation Coliseum review video. Before we get into the newly released Volume 7, Chapter 37, we need to talk about the 3-day session with Vivian and Paula. Yes, I am going to cover it. I thought day 1, which is where we're going to start, was a nice appetizer. It literally has the outline of Mikigami's schlong, like covering all 3 panels. As Vivian and Paula surfing from different corner angles. It's pretty brilliant, if you ask me. Zunta really pushed the bar here, because I know the publisher was just like, oh my god, if you take this any further, we're gonna have to cancel you, or it's not gonna make it in. You know what I mean? Just because it's like a side thing, but you know, publishers still have a say on other stuff. So it is what it is. We saw a lot of work not get finished because they didn't want it in there, and I hope one day Zunta goes back to finish all that stuff. But that's all I really gotta say for day 1. Day 2 gets interesting with back shots, sandwich play, and choking. Now basically all that stuff is, you know, everything that the girls wanted. Like, that's what they were all about. That's what they had experience in, I guess you could say. Paula was in control, throwing that ass back on Mikigami. He couldn't even grip those sides because she was throwing it back so much. You know what I mean? He was just like, oh, hold up, you doing a little too much. The sandwich scene, which was like the second panel on day 2, I feel like that was something of a prequel to what we got in chapter 34. You can go back and look at it. I can pull it up here too. It's like right at that time when Paula and Vivian were sitting on his face and writing his junk. Like, that's like the moment that I pictured when I saw it. I was like, okay, this gotta be it. This gotta be that point. And then the last panel, of course, has Vivian being choked because she gets off on it. And I just think that's hot. Like, I don't know why. It's like torture porn. Like, this is literally torture porn. Like Vivian, when you look at herself, because she's just a freak, and I just love her freak behavior. It just does something to me. You know what I mean?
You complete me.
As far as like day 3 goes, day 3 was just all climax shots. Like, and I expected that. Zunta illustrated it so freaking well, man. Like the expressions, the angles, and how he left them on opposite ends of each other. If you pay attention to it, it's like he left one facing that way and the other facing the other way. One doggy, one missionary. It's like, damn, this is really hot. But that's not even like the best part. The best part is like the Coliseum Kool-Aid dripping down the center and like splitting the illustrations every which way, making it part of the bigger picture that we saw. Like, it's crazy. Like, if you ever take a look at it, you're gonna be like, this is way different from what we got. Because, you know, other bonuses, we get just the panels, day 1, day 2, day 3, and it shows all the stuff, which is good. I mean, it's still good, but this one was more unique than the others. And I think that's what makes it like a top 3 for me. It's just so different. The vibe was different. And I think that's because Vivian and Paula have so much experience that it's just different from the vanilla flavor that we normally get. So vanilla's always good, but how about the Neapolitan? You know, the Neapolitan and all that. You know, that type deal. Let's get a bunch of flavors up in there and see what we work with. But either way, I'm satisfied, and hopefully you were too, and what I could show on screen. So with that out of the way, let's move on to chapter 37. After a few more cracks at Mikigami and Fina, the twin knights calm down and get serious. Taking their combat stance, they rush toward Mikigami and Fina. Impressed by their speed, Ruby and Diamond decide to end it in one shot with a thrust and axe splitter. The crowd and commentators are left speechless from the debris and smoke kicked up from the attacks. In the next panel, the twins notice that Mikigami and Fina dodged their attacks, then retreated. As Coco commentates on the dodge, Ruby and Diamond are concerned about their attacks missing. What just happened? It definitely should have hit them, the twins say. That's when Mikigami calls out to them and asks, what's the problem? After all that trash talk, you missed your first shot. Fina chimes in with, shouldn't that have been easy for you? I'd die from embarrassment if that happened. Irritated by their responses, the twins both yell at them to not get carried away because of a fluke. They try attacking again, yet Mikigami and Fina dodge them without a problem. Desmos looks on intrigued as the twins' frustration continues to grow. Momo attempts to commentate, but gets overtaken by her partner Coco. As the match continues, the crowd wonders about Fina and Mikigami's movement. Desmos believes their evasion seems almost delicate. Switching to the stands, Musashi disguised as an old woman calls it creepy before a guy asks him to throw something away. Another guy calls on him to deal with Luna, who we see somewhat disguised and scrambling on the ground for a winning ticket. Among the trash Musashi has thrown to her, she has only been getting losing tickets. Musashi then picks her up to run away while claiming they need to go clean another spot in the Coliseum. Luna yells that if she gets her hands on a winning ticket, she'll be making her comeback to the Coliseum soon. Meanwhile, the battle of attacking and dodging rages on. Frustrated by it all, Ruby and Diamond can't understand why their attacks won't land. The other thing that stands out to them is how creepy their opponent's movement have been. With their minds preoccupied, Mikigami believes it's time to switch from defense to offense. At that moment, Ruby and Diamond are rushed by Team Mikigami's snake-like movement. As they get up close, the twins attack but miss their target again. Fina starts taunting Ruby, who appears to be shaken up at this point, before things flash back to Zulu's hideout. Here, Mikigami mentions that Fina has 5 weapon-based skills. They are swordsmanship, staff, axemanship, archery, and knifemanship. Though they are level 1, each skill allows the user to adapt to the weapon they're holding. Fina demonstrates by using a staff and doing some fast strikes. Alice comments that even for a level 1, Fina is comparable to an advanced combatant. Fina responds that she can't beat someone like Mary at that level, so it would be useless. Mikigami starts to wonder what the minimum requirement is for her skill to recognize something as a weapon. Fina never really thought about the size needed for the skill, which means they have a chance to verify some things before the fight. If all goes well, Mikigami claims he'll be able to create something new. Shifting back to the Coliseum, Ruby swings her axe down on Fina but misses as usual. Reason being is that Mikigami had a craftsman make 5 small metal rings, each holding one of her weapon-based skills. If the user makes it seem like they're holding a knife, then that's what it will be. Fina can activate any of the 5 skills at will as Ruby looks in disbelief that she missed again. Mary's concern is that it's still level 1, while Marl wonders if she can attack without a weapon in her hand. Mikigami says that his main focus is on movement because each skill takes a different stance, forming a pattern. This is demonstrated when Fina dodges Ruby's axe. She then begins switching between all her stances, which makes her unpredictable until she lands an uppercut on Ruby. The commentators are wowed by the sudden special attack and question when Fina became a martial artist. During the time at Zulu's hideout, Mikigami talks with Mary about memorizing multiple techniques and using them simultaneously. Fina can be seen in the back training to do just that. This is something he wished he could copy, but he leaves everything to Fina as she responds that she might become the strongest in the group. As Mary and Marl look sarcastically amazed, Mikigami praises that it's cool that she can show off so many styles. Fina gets big-headed about the praise before Mary and Marl realize that it's kinda creepy. Desmos, Musashi, Diamond, and Ruby have mixed views on it, from interesting to disgust. Fina grins and thinks that they'll win if they can keep up the pace. Mikigami then sees an opening on Ruby and uses a fireball skill, but Diamond saves her just in time. After apologizing for being put under pressure, Ruby and Diamond start analyzing the situation. Dealing with Fina is tricky due to the weird martial arts style. If you leave yourself open, Mikigami will use a long range skill, but the speed is slower than expected. They turn back to Fina and call everything about her gross, which shocks her. The crowd can't hold back their laughter and chime in that Fina's movements have been weird and makes no sense. Seizing the momentum again, Sapphire takes the mic and laughs as well, reminding her twin knights to go on and defeat Team Mikigami. Per usual, it's a strategy, the twins say, before rushing toward their opponents. Dodging the twins' attacks, Mikigami notices the twins' approach is somewhat different now. He mentions that they're no longer tracking their movements, but adapting to it. Despite that, he can't help but think that the crowd is looking at Fina in bad faith due to their plan of using the stances. Taking that kind of criticism would wreck her self-esteem, since she's already known as a shut-in and a piece of shit. As Fina starts acting more strange, she questions how a third-rate fighter can take on a first-rate like them. Hitting her fatal weakness, Zulu and Mary realize things are getting bad as Fina loses her motivation and the chapter comes to an end. So that was chapter 37, and congrats to Harawata and Zunta Sensei on reaching 2 million copies in circulation. I forgot to congratulate them at the beginning of this video, but I just wanted to get through it so you guys got to see, the review for most of it. A big shout out to them for continuing to bring this series monthly. I know we would all love it if it was weekly. I think I talked about in another video too that I would love for this to be weekly, but anticipation. So we got to just deal with what we get and just continue from there. You know what I mean? As the saying goes, it is what it is. But I hope you all checked out the Vivian Slave cover for the inside of Volume 7. I'm pretty sure you can check that out on Twitter. I've seen it on Twitter. I came into the Discord, I think maybe today, that I uploaded this video and saw it as well. It's pretty neat. I actually still have it in the folder. It looks amazing. You can see a little bit of it here in the video. I can't really post all of it because I'm sure I'd get flagged for it. But she's so dope. I love Vivian. I do love Vivian. The chapter itself, chapter 37, I think it was pretty good. It's gonna still fall on Fina. I don't think Mikigami's really gonna have a huge plan in this. He's already figured out some stuff with items and how they work, and I think that's pretty genius that he can like make rings that still come off as the item that you can like think of. Like Fina can just think of it and it'll be that based on the rings, like knife, archery, sword, all that stuff, like just based on rings. I think that gives her like a pretty good leg up on some of the other slaves, but not like Mary or Marl. Like they would probably just murder her. I think even Alice would murder her. So she's still sitting fourth in the Heavenly Kings unless we see something different. Her self-esteem is getting like tore up by these brats, and they're gonna get corrected. One of them's gonna get corrected, or both gonna get corrected. I just don't know how this is gonna play out. Sapphire is loving it. Oju sama. But other than that, 8 out of 10. 8 out of 10. It was good. If you wanna discuss more, you know what to do. Drop a comment. Hit that like on the video, share it with everybody. Follow on socials, and I'll see you guys next time in the next one. Holla at your boy.